Shannon, Mike, despite all the added resources and the measures that they've been taking place, that traffic from the Washington Bridge is still very much persistent. But RIDOT hopes it will all get better once those bypass lanes on 195 open Saturday morning. It's Rhode Island traffic like never before.
You know, there's a lot of traffic. No, no, it was worse. Yeah.
This Uber Eats driver is having to cancel some orders because of the heavy traffic caused by the Washington Bridge shutdown.
I want to assure everybody that everything that we're doing here at DOT is aimed precisely at being able to restore the convenience that you had prior to this event back in place.
Bypass lanes on 195 being paved Thursday afternoon and expected to be striped overnight. RIDOT is hoping to open the lanes Saturday morning, which local businesses are looking forward to.
I think it's going to make easier the commute for people to come and go.
But others have some concerns.
So I'm sure it'll help the situation coming west, but it's going to exacerbate the problem going east.
Now, to help reduce the number of cars out on the bridge and on the highway, RIDOT is starting a ferry service between Bristol and Providence on Monday. There will be shuttles to help people get to the ferry as well. But even though that there is this ferry service and there's other measures, you know, these bypass lanes aren't going to be a exact solution to this. So RIDOT says still expect some traffic and also consider taking these detours as an option. Reporting live in Providence, Torres-Perez, 12 News.
Alex, thank you. And for more in-depth coverage, let's head over to East Providence, where Adriana Rozas Rivera has been all day. Adriana, how's traffic looking right now?
We're off here off of Waterman Avenue, and traffic has been sluggish throughout the day, but that backup has only continued to grow, and it's quite likely even slower than it was earlier today. That's grown ever since schools let out and as rush hour has continued. Now today, East Providence schools returned to in-person after the bridge closure forced them to go virtual yesterday. Almost 72 hours after the Washington Bridge closure, people in East Providence still having to sit in traffic. But residents along Waterman Ave telling us they've seen some improvements.
They're trying to make it better. That rotary they have on Massasoit is still a mess. People are going the wrong way. They can't read the signs.
After an early dismissal on Tuesday, then virtual learning on Wednesday, East Providence students returned to in-person today.
Of course, having school today did add to the congestion, but it's vitally important. I know that the governor and I both agree and stand uniform on this, that having in-person learning is much more beneficial to our students than having distance learning.
State absenteeism data from Tuesday showed at least 1,435 students were out that day. That's more than double from the day before and the worst single day of attendance in at least the past 2 school years. Today, congestion outside East Providence High, where nearly 1,000 students were absent on Tuesday.
There was one bus that was about 30 minutes late, but most buses found their destination on time.
With buses being led through traffic by police.
Tomorrow, we plan to have in-person learning again at East Providence schools, so we will be out there trying to help facilitate that.
And again, that traffic on Waterman Avenue moving much more slowly as the night has continued. We've actually witnessed a few arguments. Quite a few cars have tried to go against traffic to merge onto Waterman and hopefully shave some time off their drive time. That has not worked. Arguments have gotten them to turn right back around. That's the very latest. For now, live in East Providence, I'm Adriana Rozas Rivera, 12 News.
News reporter Alex Torres-Perez begins our team coverage from Providence.
Shannon, my Governor Dan McKee and other state leaders have been going around town talking to local businesses impacted by this bridge closure. Today it was Federal Hill, but yesterday it was right here at Wayland Square, where they're still seeing the traffic jam caused by this bridge closure. There's no shortage of sweets or pastries at Madrid Bakery. But the Washington Bridge shutdown is causing some regulars to stop coming.
We're losing a little bit of the ones that come from Barrington or, we're in Bristol because it's a little far for them and the driving if it's 2 hours, they don't want to come.
But Adriana Munoz is staying positive, saying business is only slightly down.
But we're still good.
Leaders say the shutdown is causing a 30 to 50% drop in business for some local shops, which is why Governor Dan McKee sent a request for aid from the SBA.
This opens up the door for economic injury disaster loans, anywhere between 3 and 4% interest rate for up to $2 million.
State leaders are also urging people to stop canceling reservations and make sure to shop local.
Please, please, please do not abandon your local businesses. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time to get there.
Munoz is hopeful the opening of the bypass lanes will bring back some of her customers and hopes the bridge gets fixed as soon as possible.
I think we just all need to be calm and be thankful that nothing worse happened, you know, like we're here and just one day at a time.
And local businesses impacted by this bridge closure are being encouraged to call the helpline, which is 541-HELP. Reporting in Providence, Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.
Thank you, Alex. East Providence's mayor says students will be at school again tomorrow after returning to class today, though the traffic situation in the city is still far from ideal.
12 News reporter Adriana Rozas Rivera has been monitoring the situation in East Providence and continues our team coverage. Adriana?
Well, Mike Shannon, we are off of Waterman Avenue here. Let me step out of the way and show you this street approaches the Henderson Bridge. Earlier today, traffic sluggish, though moving a little bit. Now much more backed up after schools let out and rush hour progressed. Almost 72 hours after the Washington Bridge closure, people in East Providence still having to sit in traffic. But residents along Waterman Ave telling us they've seen some improvements.
They're trying to make it better. That rotary they have on Massasoit is still a mess. People are going the wrong way. They can't read the signs.
So we trekked down to that rotary just before lunchtime, where cars inched one by one towards Providence. There, Alana DeLudy handed out these flyers and called on drivers to ask for RIDOT Director Peter Alvidi's resignation.
When there's all this traffic being diverted through residential neighborhoods, it's really dangerous, especially if you're walking, riding a bike, not just because of the increased level of traffic, but also because people are really angry.
DeLudy, a member of the Providence Streets Coalition, sees this bridge closure as a sign people need more transportation options.
And we've made a lot of improvements, but people should have the choice to take a bus, to ride a bike.
Later, as schools let out early due to the traffic, that backup getting longer.
Like, not just fixing the bridge, not just getting traffic back on the bridge. We need like real, lasting, sustainable change.
Now, a lot of side streets off of Waterman Avenue continue to be blocked by RIDOT crews. We've also noticed that the situation has gotten a little more tense as the night has progressed. We've witnessed a few arguments between drivers and several cars attempting to go the wrong way to cut into traffic, even an ambulance having to drive the wrong way down Waterman Ave to make it around the backup. That's the very latest live in East Providence. I'm Adriana Rozas Rivera, 12 News.